Detective Smith perjured himself on the stand in explaining how the video came to be in this very compromised condition. We should not be in a position of having to prove what is absent from that video. Once we have raised a legitimate question about the authenticity of that video through this forensic analysis, it seems clear that the burden should shift to the Commonwealth to rebut that inference that this tape was deliberately tampered with.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Did Ms. Starks identify, other than on that videotape, did Ms. Starks identify Darrell Jones? I mean, she's your only eyeball witness, right?
No.
Excuse me, if you would just step
that's not
outside.
true.
But who's the other eyeball witness?
I'm not going to make any comment.
Who's the other eyeball witness? I just want to know. But you would agree if that was a crash edit of that tape, that would be a material fact, wouldn't it? I mean, there would be like a travesty of justice.
You heard me, no.
So you disagree?
Yeah.
That's fine. All right, thank you very much for the interview.
This is Radio Boston. I'm Anthony Brooks, and let's begin today with criminal justice, or what some might call criminal injustice. What happens when a person is sent away to prison for a crime he didn't commit? That's what Darrell Jones has been saying happened to him for the past 3 decades. Man sent away for a murder that you didn't do. How did you manage?
Well, first, you don't manage on your own. When I went to Walpole prison wasn't all the fancy names it is now. The Supermax and all these prisons didn't exist. It was full of grown men. My age coming in 18, there may be 7 of us out of 600 guys. Everybody else were grown men. There were murders going on in there. It was known for that. You could just be left there. I came in and had to acclimate into some form of animal with the animals to say, leave me alone, because you just raped this guy or you just hurt that guy and he just came in as a kid. I'm just coming in the block too. I'm not leaving that way. I can't do it because I didn't do this. But on my own, I was blessed to have my partner, Dominic Williams, and my cousin Gary Hall, and a brother, man, by the name Mark Thomas. Collectively, they were older brothers who had a hand in the jail. Those older guys embraced me. That's how I started surviving. There is no master went in and beat everybody's story. You play your role. In there, the killers were real. Not the imitation stuff I might have saw on TV, running the street with my buddies. These guys not running around the jail saying I didn't do it, which is one of the biggest myths I hate. Well, everybody says that. No, they don't. I know guys that lay right back with their feet kicked up saying, yeah, and if you get in my way, I'll do something tomorrow, too, right in this jail. Stop saying everybody says that. They don't.
Race in society and racism in society 3 decades ago. You're out of prison now. Tell me what you see now in this society.
I'll give you an experience that I had already. I don't want to say the experience was a race experience because I believe it can happen to anybody. So that's why I'm making the point. So I goes to a store because I'm trying to shop for myself. I'm a 50-year-old man because I'm in jail with somebody telling me what to wear all the time. In fact, I'm wearing the same color for the last 10 years, the Kermit outfit, all green. And I went to Costco's. I didn't know what Costco's was, just a big store. We went in there. Once I get all the stuff together, I go to the little counter thing, and they tell me, you can't buy that. And I go, why not? I got the money right here to buy it. You're not a part of Costco. That was my first, what do you mean I'm not a part of Costco?
You're not a member of Costco, right?
Right. And I'm saying, wow, that was the first societal hit telling me I'm not a member of society, even though I just did all this time before Costco was even out here. I was doing time when Costco wasn't even known, and you're telling me I'm not a member. You're reminding me of prison. They tell you that every day. You just told me that I just came out in your name. Commonwealth versus me is them too. And I wanted to tell the Costco management, I should be a member instantaneously or sign up right now because I just did all this time for something I didn't do. And I'm coming to give you my money that I don't even really have. And you're telling me that was the experience to me. And because it was white faces doing it, this is how we run the world. It's a membership. And you're not a member. And telling me I'm not a member, I'm somebody that hasn't been a member so long. You didn't hurt me with that. You just bothered me with that.
I understand.
A couple things. Misconduct in terms of this tape, which appears to have been tampered with, and racial bias reported by a white juror on an all-white jury, saying that at least one or more jurors suggested they didn't believe this guy because he was black.
Just so you know, they offered me a 4 to 8 on this case. I would have went home back then. That's when murderers were going home on weekend passes, first degrees.
And you didn't take it because you didn't do it?
I didn't. My grandmother said, you didn't do that, so you don't need to take it. I would have went home in 4 years.
I also read that the lawyer who represented Darrell, one had represented 2 or 3 of the police officers who testified in the case and didn't disclose it to Darrell. Is that true?
Not just 3 of the officers. He represented the Brockton Police firm from the captain on down.
How is that? Not if that is true, since that is true, you're looking at me like it's...
Well, I'm just telling you, that is just one of the many parts of that
How
story.
can that in and of itself, if you don't disclose it to your...
Well, he learned about it in one of the first days of trial.
In the third day of trial, he tells me, after they already testified, oh, those guys are represented. I didn't tell you, I forgot.
So the other thing that was amazing to me was that this attorney billed only 14 hours of work before the case came up. He hadn't interviewed any of the witnesses.
And wouldn't let his client sit next to him, but had to sit behind him, which means he couldn't consult with him.
I sat in the docket by myself, never talked to him.
I can tell him...
Can we say one thing?
You can say whatever you want.
We looking at me. But look at the clients he represented before me, Jeffrey Jones. He was representing the police then. So there was a guy in Gardner named Jeffrey Jones and a guy that wrote me that's in Shirley Medium prison right now that he represented. My thing would be go look at everybody he represented because they were before me. So imagine how bad it was then.
I think there may be somebody sitting here who may be doing just
There's
that.
more work to do.
I did not see that coming, bro.
Right, you never know sometimes. Unbelievable.
Yeah, see, man, it's real unbelievable.
You just fell out of the womb.
That's what I'm telling you. I'm coming fresh out of the womb, man.
Yeah.
I'm coming out of hell, bro. Iraq, for real. I used to have to sneak around and call you. They shut that down. Now I can call you and nobody can shut nothing down.
It's a whole new world, man. We can talk as men, as free men, and get... God.
I had my grandchildren and, the family to be around, so touching them in the flesh, that's freedom.
3 decades behind bars is enjoying freedom in this new year after a judge overturned his murder conviction. Darrell Jones was just 19 when a jury convicted him.
But new evidence revealed a Brockton police officer gave false testimony, and one of the jurors may have had a racial bias. As WBZ's Paul Burton shows us, Jones has big plans for his future.
WBZ caught up with Jones back in 2008 when he was promoting his film Voices from Behind the Wall, helping teens avoid the same prison wall that robbed him of his freedom. While in prison, Jones also lost his son to violence and never got the chance to attend his funeral.
I have to be at peace between the violence that occurred with my son, accept it, you know what I mean, in order to do something greater, then I'm going to do the greater.
These the cards I was dealt. Sometimes I feel like I'm all by myself. So I pray to God, ask for help. Woke up today, so I thank the Lord for my health. Mind free, forgot the stress from the past at last, so don't remind me. I'm moving forward, thinking positive, leaving the negative behind me. So in a good place you could find me, cause there's hope here. I'm just trying to cope here.
Good afternoon. To all the mothers that are taking the loss, I feel your pain literally because I've taken it with my own brother and my son, as some of you may know. The reason why I was talking about What's Beautiful Never Dies and the Living Monument is because the idea is to have to hear what you went through. To have to hear it in song, to make the whole world, to make the community hear so they can't avoid it.
Gotta be brave, showing no fear, cause any day you could go here. So till my numbers call, what's love will never die. So remember, y'all. Let's go.
Yo, peace to the God. Man, it's a momentous occasion, man, that the earth done flipped around the sun enough times that we can say that again to yourself, man. And I'm just gonna say it like this: I'm glad you was born, dear brother. You know, yes sir. Salute.
Thank you for getting us all together, man. We're gonna make this thing happen. You know, until we can get you out here. And so, thank you for getting us all together, man.
We're gonna make big things happen. You already know. I'm right here working. You know what I mean? It's for you. It's for you, man. So we're gonna put it down. It's for you, man.
I just want to give a shout out to the big homie DJ Third Eye. Looking out for the kid Dre Rob. I'm here on the strength for you, brother. Like, getting ready to get in the booth and do this for you, big brother. So I'm here. It's going down. We all here. All on the strength for you. One love. Much love.
B, what up? It's your boy John. Good looking for everything you see. We all here. It's all family. It's all love. And it's all thanks to you.
Yo, Third man, we working on a record for you right now. Even, to be honest with you, I don't even think we've reached the full potential of what these records can be, man.
What up, Flo? It's your girl, Big Ho. Thank you for the birthday present you gave us on your birthday with making sure we all came together. This is a wonderful, beautiful occasion. We met so many great people, and now we are a big family. So thank you for the birthday gift to us on your birthday.
I'm the rookie involved. It's my big brother Third Eye, big brother Third Eye, big brother Third Eye. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm hard to deal with, and I know you gotta do a lot of discipline and all that. But I'm getting with the program slowly but surely. No big gigantic family. We laying this out, man. We about to cause some changes, man. The conformity of our will. So big.
For Third Eye hearing this, blessed to Darius, rest in the chariots with death as an elegance, tragically nefarious, our sufferings vicarious. May his spirit carry us through various areas where they wanna bury us under his barriers with barriers. He call us barbarians like he's serious. Beautiful is suitable to live forever. It's undisputable, this music pharmaceutical, however. Negligence, lack of emotional intelligence is ever prevalent. It's relevant realness. I gotta tell his works outlive the God's body, the Almighty. I swear he spoke through his pen. Told me that he got me 6 men in black, carry a box to burial. Souls are ethereal. He watching with an aerial view, watching the crew, dare to be true. For a chicken wing took his first step or two.
The sun's burned out, but I hear someone calling out. The sun's burned